What people are walking up to you like black hate on hate? Like what people are like? What people are walking up to Michael Rubin like, nah, for real, that black hate on hate? You get what I'm saying? It's like Mexicans got on boots.
Young black man, just be who you are. Young black man, you were meant to be a star. Young black man, keep yourself away from violence.
Back at you with another video. You already know how we coming. So, Michael Rubin thought it was a good idea to jump on the Breakfast Club and go cape for Meek and talk about black culture. And a lot of things are going on in my mind right now, and I'm just trying to keep myself contained. So let's watch it, and then we'll see where we're at.
Like Meek, and people trying to, you know, again, if he was gay, which there's not one gay bone in his body, who cares? Number one, let's say if people want to be gay, it is 2024. Who the fuck cares? Okay.
All right. First off, all right. See, Meek ain't have the conversation with his white friends. To black people who, this is the problem, right? You going out here talking about black culture from the perspective of white society or white culture is crazy. Because if you, like, in this interview, he says he's talking about these topics with other white people. He's not having these conversations with black people. And that's the first mistake. To any white person who feels like they're trying to, I don't want to call it caping. They're trying to look out for their black friends. The first thing you need to do is run it by those black people or some black people, just a few, like 5, and then figure out between those 5 where you land at whether or not you should talk about this. Because Meek Mill doesn't need Michael Rubin to go on the Breakfast Club and explain that he doesn't have a gay bone in his body. You are not doing Meek Mill a favor by saying that. You're kind of only fueling the flames. You're only fueling the flames. You also, like, it's just not a good thing to do. White people, please run this by your black friends. Like, I know in your heart you feel like you're doing something that is good, but everything that you think is good it isn't always good, because the way black culture represents black culture is different from the way white people might represent white culture. And in black culture, it's usually hashing, we talk shit, we joke around, blah, 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 but nobody wants harm to Meek Mill. He just got to take it. And black men know that. Black women know that, especially when it's coming from their own people. Like, we kind of get it. Like, we get it. Meek Mill, you're going to have to hold this L for a little bit and stop going on the internet saying dumb shit.
Okay. Number 2, there's not a gay bone in his body. So, like, why do people want to lie about that? Why do people want to change the narrative of bet he made with me to try to hurt him? Like, that is the one thing I've learned about. You know, look, I'm just being blunt because it's me. So one thing I've learned about black culture that I don't like is that black hate on hate.
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier, and I wanted you to expound on that. You said...
And I don't know if anybody else seen this clip the way I did when Charlamagne asked him to speak further on it. I feel like Charlamagne was trying to set him up to find, to get him, like, pinned up against a wall. Black hate on hate, that's a thing. That's a real thing. Like, I don't think in Meek Mill's case that's what's happening. I don't think anyone who goes online to, like, this is the problem. Like, you just don't know black culture. And this isn't really a black culture issue. It's more of an internet culture. It's not a black culture thing. It's not specifically black people. It's Meek Mill's internet narrative. What would you call it? It's his internet standing, right? So, like, Meek Mill's internet standing is that he's a cornball. Like, that is it. It's kind of how, like, we kind of, like, to some extent look at, like, Bow Wow. I think it's close enough. Like, where it's like, yeah, we love these people and they had a time in our lives, but as they progressed and we got to hear more from them, you really start to realize some of these motherfuckers is dumb. And I personally just think Meek Mill is just dumb. Like, in, like, the most, like, casual sense you can think of it. Like, he's the friend that, like, you're just like, nah, he's cool, but he just be saying dumb shit. Like, he's not you don't bring him around shorties because he be saying dumb shit. Like, he be saying dumb shit. Like, and that's how I feel like the internet looks at Meek Mill. Like, his standing right now on the internet is like, yo, cornball. And that's internet shit.
You don't like to see black people tearing down other black people.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like,
Okay.
like, it's horrible. Like, why? Like, I want to support look, you guys, Two, you guys know me pretty well. Anything I can ever help with, I'm always there. I always want to be helpful. I feel lucky and fortunate to do what I do every day. To be as, whatever success I've had, I feel blessed to do that. And I want to give back in every way I can. In business and in charitable things, I'm always trying to be helpful. Like, why does someone want to bring somebody else down? Let's try to build everybody up. Like, I'd be more excited if I'd be more excited to see one of my friends do something that's 99% less meaningful to me, but it would be really meaningful to them because I want them to do great. I want everyone around me to do great. I don't like watching, there's a little bit, and you tell me, you guys correct me if you think I'm wrong. I think there's a little bit of a black culture of like, it's black hate on hate. It's like that black judge that Meek had that hated on him and wanted to go extra hard on him. Okay. It's like, it's what people always say to me. It's like black hate on hate. And so I think it's terrible.
I want to know what people are saying that to him. Like what people are walking up to you like black hate on hate. Like, what people are walking up to Michael Rubin like, nah, for real, that black hate on hate. You get what I'm saying? It's like Mexicans got on boots. You get what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
I think it's something that I think it's culturally wrong, and I'll probably get killed for saying this because
I'm glad you're saying it openly. If this is the conversations that are being
I have
had,
it all the time.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, so I think it's wrong. I think, like, why do you not want to build everyone up around you? Why do you not want everyone around you to do great? The best way for everyone to do great is to push each other up. Okay, I'm always pushing everyone around me. It's why I spend a quarter of my days helping other people because I want them to do great. And by the way, it's why people always, if you think about this, no one ever came at me before last year. Okay, last year we had the bunny hops you brought up. You brought up the
hugging little baby from the back,
right? Okay, which are each completely made up. None of these things had any real, they weren't real. They were made up to hurt people. Okay.
All right there. That's the end of the video. Anyway, those two things wasn't made up, and the reason this is and I wanted to get this is the problem. I wanted to give him some I wanted to be fair with him because everything's not a black white issue, but it really is, bro. And the problem that we have here, you see now, I'm getting worked up. I ain't even want to try. I'm trying not to get as worked up. The problem is you have no clue and no understanding of black culture. Period. Those two things wasn't meant to hurt no one. Meek Mill's from the streets. You're not. It's about the things that happen in the surroundings that Meek Mill come up versus the things that happen in the surroundings that Michael Rubin might come up with. There's a common theme, and if I'm wrong and I'm bugging, tell me I'm wrong. White dudes like to make gay jokes. White dudes like to say really weird gay things all of the time. It's just funny. White dudes will be like, hey, dude, keep playing with me, I'm gonna suck you. And you be like, bro, why you but that's how white men talk to each other to some extent. That's all cool. In the black community, we don't joke like that. That isn't funny to us. We don't joke like that. We're also not it's about optics. You're a multi-billionaire to some extent, and you got this black man doing bunny hops. If that was push-ups, no one would have had a problem with it. Bunny hops feels degrading. Bunny hops feels racist, no? You ask me, bunny hops feels like it got some racial connotation to it. I'm sorry. It's just about, hugging a man from the back is crazy regardless, but these guys are street guys. So it's not our fault that these rappers, I'm blaming them, if anything. Meek Mill came into the game as a street rapper. Tough guy rapper, shoot 'em rapper. I'm with the killers and the scammers and the robbers, and the same thing for Lil Baby. So when we see Lil Baby, who's coming up with the shooters and the killers and the robbers and the get money niggas getting hugged from the back by a white man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's why, when you see Meek Mill bunny hopping like this for a white man, what? Yeah, that's crazy. And it's not about you, Michael Rubin. It's about the fact that, hey, these guys came into the game portraying a lifestyle, got around some money, got around some white people, and now they're bunny hopping? That's crazy. Think about it. Bunny hopping. What's a bunny? They got you bunny. Come on, bro. You get hugged from the back. That's great. And look at his face. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, Michael Rubin, just mind your business, man. Like, especially when you're not like that. Like, especially when you don't come from the environment, it's hard for you to understand. And I get it, but you keep having these conversations amongst your white friends, because like you're obviously not having them with black friends. Because a black friend would have told you, nah, it's weird because these are street dudes and they want to be taken serious as real thugs and real stand-up alpha men. And a dude hugging you from the back is the complete opposite of that narrative and that perspective that you've been putting on to society for the last 10 to 15 years. So it's weird, and we're gonna joke about it because I thought you was a tough guy. Why you letting men hug you from the back? And with that being said, I'm out.